Well, hello, social media family. My name is Dr. Benita Ledette, and I am known as the Love Doctor. And today you are joining us on a fabulous day. Like, I don't even understand how I did this to where I figured out I wanted to have the men on the panel last week. But then this week I said, okay, I want the women, but had no idea it was going to fall on International Women's Day. I'm like, oh my God, look at that. Look at God. Like, I mean, I didn't even plan it like that. It just happened. But today is such a special episode. It's episode 3. I have 6 of my favorite, fabulous women with me. And when I tell you they are gorgeous, let me tell y'all something. When I release them and I bring them on stage, bring them up on broadcast now, I need to make a disclaimer. 3 of us are married, the other 3 are single. So I'll let you know who's married and who's single. Okay. Now we're doing some connections, but we're gonna do them in decent and in order. Okay. But anyway, just kidding. That's just a little love doctor joke. But without further ado, go ahead and bring in all of my 6 beautiful guests so y'all can see all of this gorgeousness go across the screen. Yay! Happy International Women's Day, ladies. Oh my gosh. Happy. Y'all look so gorgeous, so gorgeous. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys introduce yourself and tell everyone who you are and what you do. And we will start with Deanne since she's to my right. Tell us, Deanne.
Hello, everyone. My name is Deanne Shelton. I work in the financial clearance department of MD Anderson Cancer Center. I'm currently working on some other little things, and those will come out later, okay? When we get established. But for now, that's it.
Okay. And without further ado, my next beautiful celebrity guest is Mr. Dr. Christian Fenwick. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Yes, my name is Dr. Kristen Fenwick, and I'm founder and CEO of Clearly Kristen Inc. and creator of The Launch, and I help people get started. So I love the fact that we're here today because this discussion is going to be amazing. It is International Women's Day plus month like love, everything that the Love Doctor is all about. I can't wait to hear this discussion, ladies.
Okay, and my next beautiful, amazing sister, beautiful celebrity guest, Miss Dr. Caddie. Go ahead, you introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Well, hello, ladies. Happy Women's International Day. I'm so happy to be here with you beautiful sisters. And whatever the Love Doctor do is always, oh my gosh, of love. And you never know when she's going to pop out with some surprises. So I am the founder and CEO of Leaders Esteem Christian Bible University. We are an accredited Bible university. We are affiliates with over 500 different seminaries along the world. So everywhere we are affiliated with a seminary. So basically, if you go to a seminary and you want to transfer to our seminary, those credits are transferable. With that, I also teach etiquette. So I am a 30-year etiquette expert, model instructor, and numerous other things that we really don't have time to go through. But I do it all. I'm a best-selling author as well, and a mom.
That's awesome.
Okay, moving right along, we have the next beautiful celebrity guest. Her name is Dr. Alissa R Jones. Introduce yourself. Tell us who you are and what you do.
Hello. I am Dr. Alissa R Jones, as Dr. Ledette said. I am the founder and director of Survivors with Voices Foundation. I'm also a loan officer. I'm a flight attendant. And since last year, I've been the newly appointed chancellor of Dr. Caddie's University of Domestic Violence program that we have at Leaders Esteem Christian Bible University. So I'm excited to be on this platform and be in partnership with the Love Doctor. Oh, and by the way, I'm single.
Okay.
You go already.
Listen, I got to let them know. I got to let them know. We on the Love Doctor show, and I got to let them know.
Okay. And the next beautiful celebrity guest I have is my sugar sister, Miss Teri Lynn Smith. Tell the people who you are and what you do.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I am Teri Lynn Smith, and I am operator owner along with my husband, Tori Smith, of Life Over Will Family Christian Marriage Counseling. We are national board therapists, as well as we are radio personalities of Houston's Praise 92.1. And that's Love and Black with Tori and Teri. That is our radio show that airs Saturday mornings at 10:30 a.m.
Yay! And we're saving the best for last for my next celebrity guest, none other than my beautiful cousin, Vondela Glasper. Tell the people who you are and what you do.
Well, I'm Benita's Dr. Ledette's cousin. First of all, I'm honored to be on here, but ladies, I don't wear lipstick, so this has to be a definite, it has to be something special, okay? What do I do? What don't I do is the easy thing. I coach, I work in investment banking, starting my own business, which God is seeing right here, right now. So I and not stressed. I'm a grandmother of wonderful 4 gorgeous grandkids, and I don't know. I don't do as much as you ladies do, but yeah, I stay pretty busy.
Yeah.
She's what you call, she's taking the footsteps after her mom and our grandmother. She's the one that's all over the place with all the kids, all the grandkids. She makes the track meet. She does all that. So she's very busy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So let's dive right into this conversation. We can't keep the people waiting. And like I told all of my celebrities when we were backstage before we came onto the studio, I told them, I said, listen, I'm not going to get into trouble with the ones that are married and engaged. I said, I'm going to let the people know who's single and who's married before we start. Okay. So just to be clear, of course, everybody knows about Mr. Ledette. I'm married.
Yeah.
Miss Deanne Shelton is accounted for. She is engaged. And of course, my sugar sister, Teri Smith, is married to my brother, Tori Smith.
Yes.
Now, for the rest of the ladies, they are single and very beautiful. But let's just dive right on into this. Let's see. Let's just dive right on into this. Okay. So here is a question, and you ladies tell me what do you whoever wants to respond to the answer. What is some advice that you can give to another sister? Whoa. That's the second question. Let me give my first one. Why do singles think it's so hard to date? That's my first question. Anybody want to take that one?
I'll start that one. This dating stuff is hard. I tell you, I am not ready for this new phase of dating. Is horrid. But why it's so hard to date? Because we don't get out of that routine.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is, if we're used to doing this thing in the morning, that thing in the afternoon, this thing at night, we ain't gonna find time to try to date nobody.
Okay.
In between doing that, then we're going to have to get to know that person. It's hard to try to get to know someone if you don't know yourself.
Ooh.
So when you start dating, the first thing you're going to have to think about, can I get out of the routine I'm in? Not even that routine, can I get out of myself?
Yeah.
Can I take that step to do what I need to do to try to get to know somebody? Now, this is from my experience, so I don't know how everybody else would look at it, but I'm telling you, no, this dating scene is horrid. Y'all keep it. It's just, God gonna have to show him. He gonna have to land on top of the house, baby. He gonna have to do everything he possibly can. But don't stop. You can't use one experience to say everybody else is that way. If you've also dated, don't compare them. Don't compare them to them exes. Don't compare them to nobody else. Take them as face value. Quit looking for red flags, because we all got them.
Exactly.
So that's what we have to do, is just get ready to get that experience, learn it, enjoy it, number one.
So I'm a rebuttal to your answer. That's why I'm gonna need you to be at the party on March 19th, because we're gonna change the narrative on all of that. Okay. All right.
Well, yeah, because I gotta add to that.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, and I was listening to some of the things that do you pronounce it Vondela? Vondela. Okay, my apologies. But I just wanted to add to that, because I've been dating for quite some time. And for me, as far as dating, everything has converted to online. So it takes the aspect of meeting somebody in person, because, you know, people are uploading pictures and things like that. So, you know, me, I'm a visual person. I got to see you in person. But with that being said, even with the dating realm of how things are, you know, just getting to know somebody, men, and I'll just use men, make it hard, because you're presented the representative. And nowadays people want these microwave relationships. Yep. They don't want to invest the time to date people, and online and social media makes it hard, because they always think that they can find somebody better. Yes. They always think that they can move on to somebody better, and then you have ghosting that's involved, because people do not give you the courtesy of saying, hey, this isn't what I'm looking for, I'm gonna move on to the next, or anything like that. So I believe that social media and society and relationship goals have made it harder in today's age for dating.
Yeah.
And you have to look for those red flags, because if you don't look for those red flags, you'll fall into the same pattern of what you experienced before. And I know Dr. Benita Ledette, look, I done already told her I was going to give a testimony on her book, but you're absolutely right. When you learn yourself, you understand what you're going to deal with and what you're not going to deal with, and you have to recognize those red flags so you can move on, because you get stuck on overlooking the red flags, and you like, I didn't know it was a carnival. I didn't know it was 20 red flags in my face, because I'm overlooking, because I have this idea of the relationship that I want, and I'm not looking at reality.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
I'm gonna piggyback on both ladies.
Okay.
With that being said, as a professional woman who has several businesses, and a daughter that's about to go off to college, 2 grown young men, and all kind of other careers that I do have, you know, piggybacking off of what Dr. Jones said, you have to watch the red flags, because when men see you and they see that you're career oriented, you have to understand, what are they looking for? Why are they trying to find out what you have? You know? So you cannot be with a person for the possibility. You have to be with them for who they really are. Because one thing about it, you pray, first of all, pray before you go in any type of relationship. If it's for you, God will make sure that, man, anybody that's meant to be in your life will be in your life. Anybody that's not meant to be in your life, they're gone, because God removed them for a reason. But with dating, you have to be very careful, because nowadays, baby, these men run more game than women, and I'm just being honest.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and they'll attach to you for what you have and who you are, versus them coming already self-aware and self-made. You know what I mean? So, and you see a lot of these men attached to women like us. Like, I actually was watching another podcast with a gentleman, and y'all might have seen it floating around on social media, where this guy said that it takes you out of the dating realm when you're already established and you already have something, because men don't want that. And it's like a catch-22 because men will come up to you and ask you what you bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
when
think
you're
I'm-
like, look, baby, I am the table. They don't have nothing to say, but they don't want you because you're already at this plateau. And then they feel like, oh, I got to come up to here to get to her. And they don't want to do the work.
That's right.
They don't want to do the work.
I believe that if it's a man who is established and a mature man, I don't think that would bother him. I think it's men that are more immature.
Insecure.
Yeah,
That's what I was just about to say.
I don't like to say a real man, but in so many words, a real man.
A real man.
I would not mind that, you know, because you'll do it together. You know what I mean? You come in established and you can have even more together. So I think that really sets them apart.
That's right, Deanne.
And I think that's the place where we can't rush.
Yeah.
You know, we can't rush it, because when we rush it, then we get into those relationships. Because I'm raising my hand. I've been one. I've been somebody's sugar mama.
I'm raising both hands.
I've been all of it. Okay. So I do realize though that this time around, I am the prize.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Look, Dr. Liddette, that's your word right there.
That's my word.
Okay. I am the prize. So I will wait patiently.
Yes.
Patiently. Because the right one, he's not going to have any jealousy. He's not going to be insecure. He ain't going to be worried about how much money I got, how much money, whatever is in the bank. None of that. Because he's going to be like, we good, boo.
Exactly.
What are you doing? Okay. So that's what it comes down to.
Something I want to add. A lot of times, you know, that the word says, he that findeth, right?
Yes.
And they find us, but we are the ones choosing. There's a difference. When we were children in school, little boys would slide a note. Will you be my girlfriend? Yes, with a box. No, with a box. Yes, with a box. We're choosing. So with that, we must be selective.
We have to be.
We can show ourselves friendly. We can be the light that we want to be and shine for God's sake so that we draw that same energy. But it is very, very important that we select properly, because we are gifts. And there's a certain type of man who recognizes that gift. And so we must recognize him for whom he is in Christ first, in order to make ourselves available to listen. Simply listen. Simply listen and allow them to be part of the selection process.
That's good.
That is good.
I
That is
agree.
good.
Very good.
Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the next one. Y'all answered them questions. That was just question number one. I gotta get to the next one right quick. Okay, so anybody can take this. What is some advice that you can give to another sister that's successful but still hasn't found love?
Be patient. I think be patient, like she stated. Work on yourself. Use that time to work on yourself and make sure you're ready and will be a proper wife. Because we always want to say we want a good husband and we want him to do this, but we have to think about ourselves as well. We have to be wife material. Even for the Lord to even bless us with a husband, you know. So use that time to work on yourself. Work on the things you feel like you need to, you know, lift yourself up, work on just work on you. Be patient. It'll come, you know, it'll come. I was single for 8 years before. So, you know, oh, am I going to ever meet anybody? Or, you know, I prayed and I tried to do my self-help and self-healing, you know, and eventually it came.
Well, listen, honey, your wait was worth it, because you got a good one. You got a good one. My brother Rico is a good one. So your wait was worth it. Okay?
Thank you so much.
It was so
and that's what we have to understand, that the wait and being patient is worth it, because this is for me. And I know I talk to Dr. Liddette all the time about, you know, my self-love and my journey of being single. And at this time in my life, I refuse to go back to the type of relationships I had in the past. And one of the things that I have learned is I have to attract what I already am. So if I am working on me and being the love and walking in love on what I desire, then I need to attract who
Amen.
and what I am. And I didn't learn that. See, the last relationship I had, it was the broken Alissa.
Yes.
And the broken Alissa attracted a broken man. And we
Amen.
tried to create a broken relationship together that ended in a divorce. So with that being said, I have to do things different and I have to think differently because my marriage was 11 years, but it was 11 years of holding on. It was 11 years of brokenness. It was 11 years of damage because we both came into the marriage with trauma.
Yes. Yes. So
and I'm gonna piggyback on that.
Okay.
What I found out in doing, because a lot of times men are like little boys as well, and sometimes they'll see career-minded women such as everyone on this panel, and they will, like, oh my gosh, she's the author, she's this, she's that. They're big on titles, but what you have to do is you have to date yourself.
Yes.
Date yourself.
Yes.
I just recently, and I'm a very extremely busy woman. I do not make time for me. I put everyone before me. But last Friday, I made sure I was at peace with myself. And I went to the spa and I enjoyed my spa day. And I got the most expensive package because I treated me. That's how I want my man to treat me. I don't want my man taking me to, nothing wrong with Cheddar's, I ate there last night, but I want my man to hire a chef. I know what I want. I know what I want. So when you come here, you don't play with me when you come here. Okay?
Yeah. You gotta walk in it.
I want to also add, we're so busy talking about the red flags. There are green flags. And so being able to recognize the green flags, which is, and I wrote a couple of them down here.
Oh, yes. Come on, sister.
He feels seen, heard, appreciated. He makes sure that he does that. And even the leadership, the alpha man, there's something to be said for that. That is not the narcissist. That is the alpha man and those qualities. Most women that are boss babes, the women that are really holding it down and out there, passionately driven, those are alpha women just the same. And so an alpha man is going to recognize that. He's going to want her to come in alignment with him and partner with a vision and be able to lead without those negative narcissist qualities, as well as, he has done his work. He's healing and he's growing. He's willing to do that. He's not afraid of it. And just intentional about you. And just his overall behavior is in alignment with what the word says God's man is. He's not that man that we're to respect, which is what the word says we're supposed to do. He's going to love us and how he treats us, but we're going to respect him because of the way that he does.
Amen. Yes, I love that. Yes, sugar sister, I love it.
I'd like to add to that if I can. And I'm one of those people, and I have to say that I've fallen for this. And that's that falling for, I'm in love with being in love. Don't let that only be your reason. Don't let that be because, I want to be in love with this man so bad. I want to be in love with this situation so bad that it takes you away from seeing that in all relationships, you're going to go through phases. That phase is going to be number one, that honeymoon phase. That honeymoon phase, you don't see nothing that goes on because he's whining and dining you. He's doing this. He's giving you your private chef, Dr. Caddie. But we're not thinking after that honeymoon stage, oh, wow, what happened to you? We've got to understand all those phases we go through as a marriage also goes through a dating phase. It has nothing to do with after that year of him whining and dining you. Is he going to be that same? Because I'm going to tell you, people know how to hide it, and they will hide it as long as they can. As long as you don't see it, they're going to show you only what you want to see. That being in love with being in love will hurt us every time because it's just the point of, I am tired of being single. I'm tired of being alone. Well, baby, I'll be alone till Methuselah come back on this earth because I'm ready, but I'm not ready. And I had to recently understand that. Because I would love to, but I come with the disclaimer because I need you to know how I really am. You see this, you see that, but this is how I really am. And I'm going to show you that in the beginning. If you can't handle that after that honeymoon, baby, you don't need to be with me.
Okay, because I need somebody to handle the whole me.
Yeah. And the real you.
I'm a whole 10 piece.
A whole 10 piece.
The real me.
I'm a whole 10 piece. Don't pick and choose between legs and flats because I'm the whole 10 piece. So you need to handle me accordingly. Yes.
Okay.
Y'all be like, this is cute right now, but y'all ain't really seen it, okay?
Yeah, when these lashes come off, this makeup come off, this wig come off, and you see my cornrows, I need you to have that same energy.
That's right.
I need you to have that same energy because see, it don't look like this all the time. It don't look like this in the morning. You know, I might get up and sing "Good Morning, Gorgeous," but it don't look like this in the morning. Okay, right. And I need you to work with me to want all it is.
That's right.
Okay? Because see, one day I'm gonna be 85. One day I'm gonna have nothing but gums, and I need you to have me. Okay? So I'm just
and I will say it is about knowing thyself. You know what I mean? Like I know who I am now. And you know, there's times when I just want to be quiet. Because there's like my world is so busy. There's so much, right? I'm doing this, and I got this appointment. I'm doing this, and when I want my quiet time, I shut it all down.
That's right.
Like everything, it's all shut down. And so you're with me in a relationship. I may not have that moment to just be like chit chatty. I might just so that person who I'm with has got to understand me.
Right. That's right. That's right.
And he's got to understand the fact of what I need. And there's a book I read a long time ago called His Needs, Her Needs. I don't know if you guys remember that book. It's an amazing book, but it talks about the fact that when you're in a relationship, you've got to focus on not what your needs are, but on the needs of the other person. And when you give them what they need, then they will reciprocate and give you what you need. But you can't, but so many of us operate in the way of, we think of it in the world's way of, I'm going to give them what I want, because if I give them what I want, then they're going to give me what I want. No,
don't work like that.
It's the complete opposite. Yes.
Wow.
So, you got to really kind of know that. So you got to know thyself. You really got to know yourself.
Wow.
Okay, so Dr. Ledette, you know I'm dating, and I got a question for the ladies because I've had some complaints. So if you allow me, can I just throw this out here to my sisters because I need help, okay?
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Hold it for the ladies. We're gonna take a quick break because I want to introduce this to all of the people that are watching. I want all of your friends and family to know that most of us will be at the party on March 19th. And I want the guys, whoever you guys share it to, I want the guys and the fellas to know that we need you guys to come and join us. And I want the guys to know that Dr. Christian Fenwick, Vondela Glasper, and Dr. Alissa R Jones is single. And not only are they single, they've been doing work behind the scenes and all of that. So, you know, I need you guys to show up. I need you guys to bring your friends, your families. I need all of y'all to just show up. Let's just have a big family reunion, you know, just a big, I mean, even if I don't make a connection that night, I'm okay with that. My whole purpose is just to bring people together in love and we have a good time. That is my whole purpose for doing this.
Well, Dr. Benita Ledette, put that disclaimer on there for me, okay? I'm telling you, you better put a disclaimer on there because it's gonna be a problem.
I'm gonna work with you for that one because I already see that right now. We got some more work to do. So, Cameron, do you have the video? Can you play the video for us, Cameron, just so people can see and get a little information about the party?
Doctor's Birthday Bash.
It's your birthday.
Join Dr. Bonita Ledette for the Mix and Mingle event of the year. If you're single, dating, or married, and are 35 and up, get ready for a night of live entertainment featuring Kylan, a.k.a. Mr. Houston, and more. Saturday, March 19th, 8 p.m. at the 366 Sky Lounge and Event Center, 363 North Sam Houston Parkway. Tickets available at eventbrite.com, which includes dinner and a free bottle of wine. Call 713-256-4838.
All right. That's nice.
All right. So
Yes.
that is just a part. That's going to be a party with a purpose. We're going to have a good time. We're going to be sipping on my new wine, which is called A Taste of Love. There we go. Okay. This is the free signature wine that you get with the ticket. We're going to have Kylan, Mr. Houston himself. He's going to perform. I'm telling you, ladies, right now, he's going to come out in the audience. He's going to dance with you, all of that.
Performer.
We are going to have a good time. And then you have free dinner. We're going to do giveaways. And like I said, hopefully make a connection. If we don't, it's still all good. We're still going to have a good time.
Yeah.
So I need for you guys to bring your girls, bring your guys, and you guys tell your family members come, because then you'll have some people that you're there that you can talk to and you don't feel like you just by yourself or whatever. So I just talked to one of my family members this morning. She was like, let me text my women group. She said, I just sent out a group text of 30. I said, good. And while you at it, let's go to the men group. I'm really trying my best to make this a really good collaboration. I've been praying over it, so I know that it's going to be a good thing. I know God is going to see me through and that we're going to have a nice time. But please do not hesitate to invite people out. This is a public thing. I've opened it up to the public, so it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be like it's just friends and family. It's opened up to the public. It's going to be announced on 102 next week. So that's why I keep trying to put the word out there to you guys and people that know me and that we're close and we're associated with me, because once it goes on 102 and Candy Eastman endorse it, and then it's going to play on Quiet Storm with KG. I don't want the public to beat you guys out of your seats. So I want to make that very clear. Please go ahead and purchase your tickets, and whoever you're going to come with, go ahead and do that ASAP before it goes out on 102. Now, Dr. Alissa, come on with the question. We are ready for it. We're ready for it. Tell us.
Listen, I need y'all to help me out, ladies. Okay, so, I've been in this dating arena for a little bit. And one of the things that I've been struggling with is hitting a guy up first, or, texting him. And so, I've been getting a little feedback from the fellas, because in my thought, I'd be like, well, shoot, if you don't text me, I'm not texting you. If I'm not on your mind, I'm not texting you. So then they be like, well, I want to know that you want me. I want to know that you're interested. And I get conflicted with that, because I don't want to, be texting first and throughout the day, and you not hitting me up and giving me the same energy. So I've been matching these guys' energy, but then they fuss at me and be like, well, you're not interested because you're not hitting me up. And so what I'm finding is a lot of men these days want to be chased. Yeah. And I'm the prize, like Dr. Kristen said. I'm the prize. You're supposed to be chasing me. So, ladies, what is your take on that? Especially the ladies that are engaged or married. Like, we don't chase. So how do you deal with those type of dudes that want you to text them all the time, but they don't want to give you the same energy?
No. And I
Well, I'm single. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm single, but this is my thing. It's okay to be uncomfortable. Sometimes you got to get out of your comfort zone to get to that next level. Now, chasing and just texting during the day, hey, I'm thinking about you, how you doing, or whatever. I understand that.
Yes.
But you ain't texted me in a couple of days. I've been texting you that's different. To let someone know that they're on your mind does bring out a whole lot of emotions. Not feelings, I wouldn't say. It's just the thought of they like to know that you're thinking about it. Okay. And it's just those simple things that will help if you want to look forward to a next step in a relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, Deanne, go ahead. What were you going
I
to
got a like them first, huh?
I was really gonna say exactly what you said. I do understand that about chasing, but like she said, it's okay to let them know how you feel and that you're thinking about them. You know, it's okay to take a few steps ahead. But I'm not saying now if they're not returning your messages or they're not putting any effort in, that's different.
Yes.
But if
Okay.
you're, sending messages and they're sending them back, and then also have a talk with them, let them know this is the kind of thing I like. This is what makes me feel closer. This is what makes me more attracted to you.
That's
Let them know, be open and honest with them. And it's okay to take the first step every now and then, because yes, they want to feel loved just like we do.
Right.
Sometimes now we're dealing with a lot of men too who have mother issues and different things that maybe didn't have all the love that they did when they were growing up. So a lot of them now, believe it or not, they need that.
Yeah.
So it's
And
okay. I'm not saying chasing. No, we're not chasing.
Yeah.
But it's okay to let
thing.
them know how you feel, and then see how they react once you talk to them and open up to them. Now, if they're not doing it, then
Yeah.
it's time to move on.
Time to move on. Okay, Dr. Caddie, go ahead.
Let me add to this. Dr. Jones, you have to understand that you are a very attractive woman.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So therefore, hey, because look, if I was a little bit slender, with that little bitty waist, so, you have to understand
The
that,
waist is getting me in trouble, Dr. Caddie.
So they kind of feel a certain type of way. They probably feel like, dang, who's she talking to? Because you got options. They probably think men are little boys too. There's little boys. So it's okay, like the lady said earlier, to text. It's okay, but when you feel, because only like, okay, I'm done with that. But hey, look how you look. You are. You all that. You're a trophy, okay? You're a trophy.
Okay.
So they're a little bit intimidated, then you have all your accolades to act it, so
Well, it
work
usually
with
be the ones I don't want that is consistent. But the ones I want ain't consistent. I be like, God, what you doing here? You know what I'm saying?
Dr. Jones, let me ask you a question, because I hear everything that you're saying.
Yeah.
What is your love language?
My love language is acts of service.
Okay. So what it sounds like here is that you have a specific love language and you have a specific way that you want people to communicate with you, right? And again, it goes back to what we were talking about, his needs, her needs, right?
Yeah.
You're going to have to figure out on your side, how do you get what you need in terms of that affirmation and getting them to respond to you and all that, so you don't feel like you're chasing. But that's going to come down to communication. You're going to have to probably communicate that pretty early. And I think one of the other ladies was saying that, to tell them, this makes me feel a certain way. I really enjoy it. Now, if you tell this person that and they still are not, then that's your red flag.
Sign. Exactly.
That's your flag. That's your cue. And then you have to decide at that point, is this something that I'm going to accept and be okay with? Right? Is this something that, because from a long-term perspective, like I know for me, I don't want somebody texting me all day long, right? Because that doesn't work well for me. Because now I feel like I've got to stop and hold up a second. And then, okay. That's not but that's not my love language. Okay. So you got to kind of identify your piece of what your love language is, and then communicate it ahead of time so people kind of know what's going on.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's what
I'm gonna text him as soon as I get off this show.
About you.
Because I ain't been texting all day because I was like, he ain't texted me since this morning, so I'm not texting.
And imagine now how you thinking.
I get done with the show, then it's like, hey, I'm thinking about you. Okay?
He text you too, but he probably thinking, hey, she ain't text me. So it's like crazy little games that
Let me say this, if I may, ladies. Let me say this. This was something that I advised a client about this earlier, and she's single, and that is, It's the feminine energy, okay?
Yeah.
Because with the personality that you have, with again being brains, beauty, it can be intimidating.
Yes.
And so, allowing a man to be a man. I told my daughters that. I tell women that.
Yeah.
Get what you need though. But the thing is that approach it with the perspective of just opening your heart to new experiences, new friendships, not off the top looking for a husband and what the check marks and the checking boxes and all. Because this is the thing. You may meet someone who may not fit that, but may be a wonderful investor for your company, or maybe put you in touch with, because you think of it in terms of a networking. And then they may ask you to come speak somewhere. And then you go speak, and sitting in the front row could be Prince Charming that was meant. You never know where roads lead you.
That's right.
To new experiences, and then we look at what experience we bring to that table. You check yourself as far as what experience do I provide when people come into my orbit. And so think of that in terms of when men come to you and texting you back, that feminine energy, that light, that love that is for everyone.
Yes.
Until they show themselves unworthy.
Until they show themselves, exactly. That's right.
Right.
Okay.
Sugar sister, I love the way how you put that.
Let me say this quick.
Okay, go ahead.
I think the love doctor then started something, because I think more women want to hear this type of conversation. And I think God just placed in your heart a book. Love doctor. Well, you need to bring ladies in, and you need to have this conversation, because there's so many women that's alone right now. Valentine's Day just left here. They were sad, wanted to be by themselves, and they need to hear from other women, married and single. You know what to do. To do. So I think, the Lord just put that in my spirit. You know, you need to think about that.
Okay. All right. Well, listen,
God moving.
But see, I'm glad that you said that, because just like my sugar sister Teri said, you don't know how God will use you.
No.
What I keep telling the people is, let God use me by bringing us all together, because you never know, Deanne's cousin might be Prince Charming for Dr. Alissa. Vondela's uncle might be, might be a match for Dr. Caddie, or one of my family members can come in and be a match for Dr. Christian. You just never know. All you need to do is let God. You just come to where the gathering is happening. Just show up to have a good time. You're not just coming like to say, oh, I'm going to meet somebody.
No, that's
show up. Just show up and let God do what he do. Let him keep using me to be the vessel to bring everybody together. That's all.
Do your best, and God will do the rest.
That's it.
As soon as I get match made, whatever God got for me, I'm be like, Lifetime, I'm ready to tell my story.
That's it.
I'm ready to tell my story. Y'all gonna see me on every radio platform, be like, look, Dr. I'm ready to tell my story. Dr. Caddie, I'm ready to tell my story. Dr. Christian, I'm ready to tell my story. Okay? Don't play with me, y'all, because God working. I feel it. I feel it.
You gonna tell your story.
I feel it in my shana now. Listen, March 19th, baby. That's the day.
I know that's right.
Oh my God. I'm gonna ask you guys one last question so we can wrap it up, because I've really enjoyed this, and I know we can go on and on and on. Or maybe two last questions, but we'll try to wrap it up probably like in maybe 5 minutes or so, whatever. How do you feel about being the one, a woman approaching a man first? Anybody want to answer that?
Ooh, now me, I'm old school. I prefer to be chased. But I know things have changed now, you know, and so my fiance, I could say I somewhat made the first move, but he didn't know it until I told him. It's all about how you do it. Like,
how you do it? Teach me tonight, Deann. Teach me, girl, so I can get my husband. Come on.
I mean, you know, like with him, he had posted he was going to be a certain place. So I said, you know what? That's not far. So I'm going to inbox him. This is before we didn't know each other.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I have been watching. You know,
Yeah.
you watch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna join you. I'm gonna meet y'all there because it was gonna be a group of people.
Yes.
So I was like, I'm gonna come, you know, meet y'all there, just so I could just kind of meet him and see kind of how he was in person. But I already knew. I was like, I have my eyes on him. I'm gonna work this and see.
Well, listen, honey, it worked. That's all I can tell you. It worked. Yes. Okay. So anybody else want to answer that question?
I don't mind it as long as I'm comfortable with that person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm kind of old school, but I've gotten into this new school thing, and being honest, I'm not afraid to tell somebody that, hey, look, let's go out on a date, but you paying for it. But you know, it's just one of them things that it's just I'm so comfortable with myself that. Yeah, I can't. Even if he says I'm not interested, I'll be like, okay, no. But remember this: when you see me on the news a couple of years, don't come knocking on my door, inbox me, DM, and don't do none of that.
I know that's right.
I gave you the chance.
That's right. You passed up your prize. That's right.
That's right.
You know, if I may add, it's interesting because our show this weekend is dealing with that very same thing. I guess we had it's a part 1, part 2, and the part 2 is this weekend, but it was her proposing to her husband. And I won't give it away, but you want to listen to it. It's again, you know, it's a shameless plug, but Saturday morning, Praise Houston, 10:30 a.m. But our guest, you know, was like, wow, she proposed, and you know, as far as scripture and you know, it's like even find it, right? So it was like, wow, and us having that discussion with her. We unpacked it with both of them, him as the man, and you know, I don't want to give the letter away, but a lot of times people think that if they do step out there, it's going to push him away. And one of the things that the gentleman said was, if you propose to me, the last thing on my mind is running.
Wow.
Because it's a compliment.
Oh, wow.
And so that came from a man. That's not us as women saying, well, I think the last thing on his mind, that came from a man stating that. And so there's a lot of fear out there and a lot of people, men and women. Yeah. But the main thing, whatever you choose to do, pray on it. Let God lead. Don't lean on your own.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, no one wants rejection. You know, no one wants to be rejected.
Right.
You know.
Right. And delay does not mean denied.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. So I want to wrap that. So I
wanted to answer real quick. That well, y'all know I don't meet a stranger, so I have no problem approaching anybody. But I will do a shameless plug for this dating app called Bumble. And on this dating app, which is an online, why are you laughing at me, Dr. Ledette? Because you know I'm so serious. The woman has to message the man first. So I thought it was interesting and a different twist to online dating because you have to message the guy first. So, you know, it's the new millennial dating, you know, a different perspective. But hey, it's working. However I get it, I'm going to get it. But I know one thing for sure, two things for certain. I'm not proposing.
I know. I agree with you on that.
Know that.
I feel like that's his place. I just can't do that. I'm not
doing that.
Different strokes for different folks. It takes a whole bunch of
exactly. What works for one, I mean, if they like it, I love it. I'm happy for them. So
So I have one last question for you guys, and we're gonna wrap it up. So anyone want to answer this question? Because this is a hot burning one. I asked the guys last week, and I want to ask the ladies this week. Can you tell, or do you know when a man is into you and when he's not?
Yep.
Absolutely.
I believe so. Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely.
May I?
Sure. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Absolutely. That is an intentional man. That is a man that leads with purpose. He says what he means and he means what he says. And he also loves you from the verb of the word love, which is action.
Yes.
And, you know, Dr. Alissa mentioned Bumble. So I put my foot into the online dating world.
Oh.
And one of the first things I notice is you do have to have that whole go back and forth thing, right? So Bumble, you do have to be the first one. I think I've only reached out maybe once, right? And I can tell, or twice, right? So I can tell from the interaction if you're going to have the energy for this, right? Because some men, when you think about the intimidation factor that sometimes happens, right? I'll take it a little bit first, but then I'm going to go in. And when I'm going in because I'm listening to hear this person. I'm listening in so many ways to understand their actions, right? Because those actions, that it's the unspoken words. That you have to listen for. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm going, okay, what is this from an action perspective? Because that's what it's all about. If somebody's into you, then they're going to have the action is going to match the words.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
It's going to be all together. So if they don't have that action, then
it's time to go.
Time to go. Bye.
Okay. Well, listen, I just love this conversation. I think this was magnificent. I believe the right panel was supposed to be on here today for International Women's Day. The energy was good. The answers were good. Oh my God. Like, this was just perfect for me. This has made my day. So as we're wrapping up, is there anyone want to give any advice to any lady, whether you're married, single, any of the guys, anything that just on your heart that you just want to leave this love conversation with?
Yeah, I'll say a word before I start my class.
Okay.
I just want the single women to know that God created love. So there's someone out there for each and every one of us. But we cannot be scared to fall in love again.
Yes.
We cannot be afraid. Every man is not the same. And I'm going to say this, all men don't cheat. And there are some good men out here. There are some wonderful men. And you know what? You'd be surprised. Maybe the man has been your friend for a long time and you just never really knew. So don't give up on love, because like Kim said, love never fails.
That's it.
Yeah. Yep.
That's it. Anybody else?
I wanted to say exactly that.
I want to say that sometimes it takes removing certain people for others to come forth. Close that one chapter to be able to receive the next chapter. So, move out the way so the brother in the back can step forward.
That's the
mindset that you want to have. No harm, no foul.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. I love that.
I love that what you just said, because you gotta let go of the old in order to get new.
Leave that old energy and that old spirit where it is. Leave it where it is.
Be anxious for nothing. Be anxious for nothing.
Yes.
I'll say, I want to say to the single woman, is definitely take time. Take time to heal, take time to become whole, because then you won't attach to just any man that comes along and gives you that attention that you're missing. And this is coming from a woman that had daddy issues, that, been sexually molested and abused. So when you attach to the wrong man, you have to sit back and deal with those lessons that come with it. So taking the time, sitting back, learning yourself and learning how to become whole before you find your other half is the most important lesson that I've learned throughout my years of having a relationship.
You did, yes.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome
good.
right there.
That's good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'd like to add that if you're single, quit making excuses.
Yes.
I'm good for that. I'm good for that. Oh, I just don't have time, or just because I just don't want to. Sometimes to step out of that box to see what's outside in the real world, you'll never find that person. I'm really good for that. Oh, I just don't do that. I'm not comfortable in that setting, because Benita will tell you, I only go to her stuff. I'm telling you, y'all have no idea. I'm quick to, I got something to do. I've always got something to do. But I find now that I'm like, hey, why not? I never know what's going to happen. So sometimes step out of that comfort zone or that box that you're in so that you can see what's really waiting for you.
That's right. And
The
so
last thing, I'm sorry, let me just say this, and to
Okay.
piggyback onto that, Miss Vondela, you want to also watch your words. Our words are living words. So as you said, making excuse, I'm not right now, then that means you're casting it off. You
That's
want to respond with, God is going to do a reveal. God is going to reveal. That's where you're speaking that life into the atmosphere. That vibration is out there to bring it forth to you. As long as you speak of waiting or it's coming, it'll always be coming. God is going to reveal because it's already been ordered. It's already been declared and decreed.
Oh man.
It's just a matter of the revealing.
Amen. I have
y'all
to
see why she
piggyback on that.
y'all see why she my sugar sister?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So I have to piggyback on that. It is your words, intentionality, and with your words. And yes, I already pray for my future husband, and I don't call him future husband anymore. I say my spouse.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
He's already my husband. So I'm already praying for him. I'm already declaring the word over
I'm about
his
to
life.
pray for him
I'm
soon as I hang
already-
up this.
Yes, that he already exists.
He might be the one you gonna
Dr.
text when you
Kristen.
get on.
Yes,
Remember
that
that.
our steps are being ordered right now so
But
that
wait,
we are
okay.
perfectly aligned with each other. Yes.
That's
Not
right.
walking in the middle of the driveway. Move your car over and make room.
Listen,
That's it.
That's a whole other one.
party March
That whole make
19th,
room.
okay?
So
Well, I got to
listen.
say something on that one though before we have to go. I'm supposed to be in my class anyway.
Okay.
They're gonna be on me about this. But make room. I love that you just said that because
Of
I always
course.
say that.
Awesome.
This entire time that I've been single, I do not have stuff on my bed on the other side of my bed.
See
The
that?
nightstand is empty.
Yes.
It is waiting for him
Yes.
and his things to come. I make sure that there is room, and even in my closet, right?
I'm gonna get that
Everything is
off my
set.
bed.
So okay, you got to make room. You got to
Yes.
make room, even in my life. So even though I talk about all my stuff with being busy, right? I still make room because my heart is already open. My heart is already open
Look
to
at that.
say,
Yes.
here,
Yes.
ready to receive.
Yep.
Yes, Dr. Kristen.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. That's awesome. Oh.
Okay, so I know that you guys' time is so valuable. You're all boss babes. You're doing your thing, and you got places to go and things to do. I know some of you had class and things,
I'm
responsibilities.
about to go clear out the other side of my closet.
Yeah. and send that text message, okay?
Yes. That's what I'm about to do. Sure, I gotta make room for my husband.
I know that's right. He's coming.
So okay, so y'all, I plan to see all of y'all on March 19th, and y'all know that there's going to be a part 2 to this. We're gonna toast. We're gonna toast to some wine. We're gonna have a taste of love at the party. We're gonna have a good time. Thank you so much, ladies, for sharing this platform with me today. This was absolutely amazing. I know that we're going to bless some women. I know that this broadcast is going to be shared and shared and shared until it gets to the right woman to get some of the answers that she needs from us having a discussion today.
Yes.
Thank you, social media family. We are signing off. Have a good rest of your day. I love Doctor loves you. Somebody loves you, baby, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
That's right.
Bye.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.